Good morning, Year 10, and welcome to Friday morning. Now, usually, Tutor, I just talk rubbish about McDonald's and films, but today I do have some important school news. So stay tuned, watch through. I'm going to go through the very important letter that Mr. Hume will have sent out yesterday. If you haven't read that, if your parents haven't read that, I definitely tell them to check their emails, have a look, because it has some very important points for you, Year 10. Right, guys, so let's make a start. Same sort of notices as always. Remember, I'm calling around. Who did I wake up yesterday? Tarek at like 10:30. Was fast asleep. Make sure you're awake when I'm calling. I will move my calls to the afternoon today, but I am going to be coming to you in the morning. You should be up at 8:30. You should be up watching this tutor video, guys, to get you to start the day. So make sure you're waiting and prepared for me. If you haven't had a call yet, don't worry, I am getting around to you. Remember what we said, stay home as much as you can, save lives. I was out yesterday to go into school, right? And it was just insane. The traffic was like it always was. I saw like some year 8 kids, like one of them was walking their dog, but it was like 4 of them, all from my year 8 set 2 class. And like, I was like, none of them live together. I know they don't live together, obviously, they're not related. And they just met up with their friends. You can't do that. It's just so irresponsible. Like, because if you don't have it and you meet up with your friends and then you give it to your mom, like, that's how it spreads. So just because some people are going back to work and lockdown isn't over, you gotta stay home as much as you can. Having said that, if you've looked at the letter from Mr. Hume, you've seen that there is a full scale planning for going back to school and getting back to work. So Mr. Hume has sent you all a letter. You need to have a look at that. I'm going to break down some of the key points on it now. Right, guys, so this is the provisional plan. It's all subject to change. So it could be very different and it could not even happen. All of this is so important. All of this is dependent on the government saying it's safe to do it, and the teaching unions will need to agree. Now, the reason for that is the teaching unions represent teachers, and if they don't and say something happens, like loads of teachers get ill, teachers die, then they'll probably sue the school, sue the government. It could be so. This is dependent on some big things here. But let's say the infection rate drops, Britain starts recovering more, and things start going well, which we all hope for. As much as I dislike this government, I do want this plan to work and for it to do well. So this is what will happen. You, year 10, will be in school Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So you'll go to school 3 days a week, but you won't follow your normal timetable. You'll only do maths, English and science, which is a pain, particularly for me as a languages teacher, but your video lessons will continue, particularly for French, and you'll still need to do the work. Your options subject sets you. Just because you're in school for 3 days a week doesn't mean you've got a 5-day weekend, a 4-day weekend. You have to make sure you're still working hard, particularly because your teachers for option subjects are really working hard. And I wish we could still have languages lessons and not just English, maths and science for year 10, but we'll see, maybe they'll change it. Thursdays and Fridays then you won't need to be in school, but you will need to be working hard, catching up on all the stuff you've missed. So you'll still need to do 2 full days of school, Thursday and Friday, but you'll do it at home, which is the way that a lot of people are working now, as you know. Just so you know, on Thursdays and Fridays, the plan is year 12 will go into school, and then we'll be teaching them. Social distancing measures then, if you think, how can we go to school? We're all sat right next to each other. The languages corridor, you can't, like, you know what I mean? You can't move for other people. How are you meant to be socially distant? There will be measures in place. Now, you'll be the only year group in, so that'll mean like there's no crushes in corridors or anything. You can keep apart, you can keep your 2 meters apart in the corridors. There'll be 15 maximum in a class. They'll mix up your break and lunch time, so you might not have break and lunch with your friends. You won't be all together. It'll be with your 15 in your class. You'll all have to go and get lunch and eat it like outside and then go on. And the school day will change. It won't be the normal timetable. They might do like a shorter day, I imagine. That's what they're doing with the key workers. So that's what the provisional plan is. You need to read Mr. Hume's letter. You need to make sure your mum and dad have read Mr. Hume's letter so everyone knows the plan. If it happens, it might not. Keep watching the news. Every day they're pushing it, but I really think the government really want it back to normal. They're really pushing it hard with a lot of propaganda. So have a little look. Right, guys, so what does this mean for Tutor? Will we be back? Maybe we'll have some sort of tutor time or some sort of contact with you on at least one of the days to do something. Probably Mr. Bracken will have to be in. They'll have to have something in place to support the year group, really, particularly at this time. So hopefully I'll get to see some of you, which is the silver lining in this. And it'll be nice, even though it's looking a bit mad, it will be nice if this happens to go back to normal. So have a little read of that letter. Remember, nothing's decided yet. Keep watching the news, and yeah, hopefully we'll have this plan, and hopefully I'll get to see some of you soon. All right, on that positive note, have a nice Friday, have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday morning.